How's everybody doing? This is another edition of the Good Brothers Committee Podcast, the Sunday edition, our regular edition show, right here at Churchill Smoke Shop. And we have my partner in crime, Mr. Pete Powell to the third Powell, to Mr. Preston Powell the third. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, it's always a good time to be with the good brothers here on a Sunday for the podcast. Talk a little world events. We got a special guest for everybody here today, the General Operations Manager here at Churchill Smoke Shop, Darrell Harper. Let the people know who you are, Harper.
Yeah, hey, how everybody doing? Is Darrell Harper, aka Harpo, aka Cigar Game Second and Third.
DJ Harpo.
Yeah, Lord, DJ Harpo. Got many hats, many hats. Glad to be here on the Sunday edition of the Good Brother Cigar podcast. Here, I'm here. Just glad to be here. Been in the game for a while, man. I've been smoking since 2009. Been with Churchill since it's open, and just a pleasure to be here with y'all today.
Well, Harpo, tell the people how you got into the cigar game.
Be honest with you, man. Preston and Neely were my mentors in high school. So they did a lot for me, to be honest with you. And I thank them all the time for it. But they did a lot for me, kept me out of trouble, kept me with something positive to do. And it's something that I saw them do. So I was inquiring about it. And, you dabble in it. And then, start hanging out more, got older, start hanging out. And, it was just something that we always went and did everywhere else. So they had the grand idea, let's do it ourselves, man. So I've been with it ever since. So I hit the ground running with them. I remember we was in here, we had no chairs and half a humidor. Half a humidor and no chairs. But we was here. Right. So I'm glad to see Churchill where it is right now. And I've been here since it started. So, it's just something that I'm always proud of and always proud to see, man, because I know how it started. I know when it started, and I've been here through the duration, as they like to say.
Oh yeah. You are a fixture here at Churchill Smoke Shop. One of the best brothers in the cigar game here in the Jackson metro area. Tell our listeners too and our viewers your position here at Churchill Smoke Shop, your duties, your vision for the smoke shop, and also get into the etiquette of cigar game. A lot of people go to cigar shops and think it's all willy-nilly, but no, it's a process to this thing.
Absolutely. It levels to it, man. Absolutely. So as general operations manager, I oversee ordering cigars. I inventory, what we get in, what we have, replenishment, all of that is on me. Speaking with vendors, anybody that has something new that wants to put it out there, you talk to me, holler at me. I'm here in Churchill all the time. So, just let me know. Definitely want to know what you got out there. But here's the thing that we got to understand as guys that put out cigars. Number one, you can't wake up Tuesday and put out a cigar Friday. It's a process. Like you said, Chad Ford, it's a process, right? So you got to be willing to do that work. You got to be willing to put in that work to get a quality cigar, because we are real live cigar smokers. We don't do it just for the show. We real live smoke cigars, right? So you have to put some quality in it. Number two, whatever you bring out and you want us to put in Churchill Cigar Shop, we must sample it. If I could type it, it'll be in all caps. We must sample it. It has to be something that our customers and patrons would want to smoke. So if you're not into giving out samples of your product, then probably need to do that, because it's something that people who smoke cigars are not going to buy a cigar that they, just off the cuff, right? I have to know something about it, heard about it, somebody that I know have smoked it. Everybody's palate is different, but if Chad Ford tell me he smoked something, I'm going to go smoke it. If Preston tell me he smoked something, I'm going to go smoke it. So that's one of the things that people are vendors who bring out cigars kind of need to understand. When we talk about etiquette, man, etiquette goes a long way to cigar shop. Nobody cares that you only smoke Cubans. Nobody cares that you
Smoke
only
the Cuban now.
smoke. Right.
Right,
Nobody
right.
cares that you only smoke $70 cigars. It really don't make us a difference. We're here to have a good time, enjoy our
Right.
cigars, enjoy the company, enjoy the fellowship, and as we say, enjoy the good brothers. So, it's a social thing. Cigar smoking is a social thing.
Right.
I don't like to see people light cigars with a big lighter. It kind of do something to my soul when I see somebody light a cigar with a big lighter.
And they don't
Um,
understand that big lighter fluid, the fluid that
yes,
comes out of big lighter, it rushes up into the cigar because there's not
absolutely.
enough heat in that heat to light a cigar in a
Yeah,
big lighter.
absolutely, absolutely. So when you out and about, man, pass somebody your torch, man. Don't pass it to them or just light it for them, man. Because lighting a cigar with a big one, it ruins the whole experience for cigar smokers. I don't. Nobody cares about what you're smoking. Hey man, I'm smoking this Padron 1963, 1923, 1926.
Right.
It's okay. We don't care. We all smoking cigars. So that's something that people have to understand as well. It's a lot of etiquette when it comes into it. It's a lot of things in process as far as lighting, cutting, these type of things that will make your cigar experience great. And then when you pass it on to someone else, you also pass that etiquette along as well. So etiquette is really big with cigar smokers, real cigar smokers, actually.
That's very true. I'm glad you mentioned one thing about sampling. People who want to put cigars in the shop because they come up with their own brands. Most people don't understand when customers come in and they ask about a cigar, they expect you to know the palate, the taste, what kind of hits it give you. They expect
Hmm.
you to know that. That's why you have to give a sample so everybody can know what to expect when people come and buy their cigar.
Absolutely, great point, President. Because I pride myself on
How
knowing
you doing? You
what
good?
a cigar is going to give you, like what a cigar is going to give you. Like you said, what notes, what hints, where it comes from. I pride myself
Right.
in knowing that. So when you come to ask Harper about a cigar, I'm going to break it down for you. Probably too far, but I'm going to put it in layman's terms where you understand. Because everybody doesn't know cigar lingo, so I'm going to put it in layman's terms where you understand, what I'm talking about and what you're going to get from that cigar. Whether it be a creamy note, whether it be a spicy note, whether it's leather or cedar or cocoa or coffee or whatever you're going to get from it. I pride myself on trying to know everything about that cigar because when I smoke it, I'm actually tasting the cigar. I'm not just smoking it to blow smoke. I'm tasting the cigar. So
Right.
that's one of the things that I love about cigars. Each one is different. Each one has a different mix. Each one has a different blend. I shouldn't say mix, but blend. Each
Right.
one has a different flavor. And we're not necessarily talking about grape or strawberry or orange. We're talking about flavor, a tobacco flavor, something that you're going to get regardless of every time you light that cigar, you're going to get that same flavor.
Tell people where they can get in touch with you at. So just in case people hear the podcast and they hear your expertise and they want to reach out to you and pick your brain about cigar or get into the business or want to know more about cigars itself.
Absolutely, absolutely. On Facebook is Darrell Harper, two R's, two L's, Harper. My Instagram is Noble Polo to the Flow. I get it pinned. But just check the Churchill Facebook page. I'm there. And you can definitely get in touch with me. I'm here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Most of the time here on Thursdays. So I'm here every weekend. So if you want to stop by, we encourage you to stop by, smoke with us, have some fun with us. We got a nice vibe here. We got a nice crowd here.
Right.
Everybody grown. We don't have a lot. We don't have kids in here. Everybody here is smoking cigars and having fun, man. So definitely stop by. But before we go, I definitely want to give a shout out. We talk about. I said earlier about passing that etiquette along and influencing people that you're around. So a lot of people started smoking cigars, hanging around me, and I tell people all the time, if you don't smoke cigars, hanging around me, hanging around the brothers, you definitely going to start. You're going to pick up the habit. So I want to shout out Chief Anu Armin Rod. That's my little brother.
Right.
That has
Yeah.
been the person that I have influenced the most. I gave him his first cigar. He was very, very interested in what cigars were all about. So he's gone from just smoking Baccarat to CEO and founder of Dreamer Cigars. He has his product out and available. So definitely one of the biggest influences I've had in the cigar game is my little brother Chief Anu Amin Ra.
And we definitely got to get him on because Dreamcatcher is a great cigar. And he's a certified roller now, isn't he?
Absolutely certified roller. He rolls his own cigars. He's actually teaching me how to roll cigars. So
that's great.
that's
Watch
something
out now.
that's something I'm picking
I
up.
tell you what, he was up here last night, and me and him were talking a bit. You got to get, do a little rolling show maybe for one of the podcasts so people see the process and let him actually roll a cigar. And, because people don't understand that when it comes to cigars itself, cigars are individually rolled. There's no machine in this process. These cigars are aged, backwards aged, and hand rolled. So
Yes,
that is a
absolutely.
process to it, and a lot of new smokers haven't seen it, and that's maybe one thing we can consider when you guys do at Churchill. Maybe put on a little rolling show so people can actually see that process.
Absolutely. We'll definitely got that coming in, definitely in the future. So we want to make sure that you understand the process. Like Preston said, there's a process to every cigar. They make thousands and thousands and thousands of cigars a year. And each cigar is hand rolled and inspected in the factory. Yes, they roll them in the factory, but it is hand rolled and inspected before it's placed to be shipped. So it's a process, and rolling cigars is not an easy thing. Just telling you from experience, the little small experience I have from attempting to roll cigars with a new, it is a process, and it takes skill to roll cigars. And it's definitely something that you want to see if you haven't seen it. And it's really a tedious process, and it has to be on point. I've seen them throw away hundreds of cigars that I felt like was okay. That was a good one. No, it's not a good one. So he's very meticulous on how he rolls and what he rolls and what he puts out to the public. So we definitely got to get him on.
So Andrew, does he have a website or something you can let people know where they can find it at? Because Dreamcatcher is a great smoke. We actually carried it here in the shop. We don't have any right now. I know I spoke to him last night, and he said he got another batch for us coming to put on the shelves. So, website or anything up yet?
Yeah, he does. He actually does. If you go, once we get that interview with him, I'm gonna let him put it out there because I think he's in the process of updating his website. So it's under construction at the moment, but he definitely has a great product. He has a lot of people in the industry smoking his cigars, i.e., DL Hughley, i.e., some WNBA players, Said the Entertainer. A lot of guys, a lot of black guys in the industry are smoking his cigar, and they absolutely love it. He ships out orders to his clients. He ships them out. He does a box where he puts in some fashion, mixing it with some cigars, and man, it's awesome, man. So definitely gets on. He can go into great detail. If you know Anu, he always come fresh. He always clean.
That's why I started to smile when you said fashion. Because hey, he's gonna have that on lock.
Absolutely. So man, we want to make sure we get him on, man. We got to get him on. So I'll reach out to him, and he'll definitely do it for sure. Because he's a down to earth brother. Absolutely.
Have him talk about it. Man, Harper, it's great to have you on, man. Chad, you got anything else for Harper before you go?
Yeah. How about me and myself? I'm a Maduro guy. I'm a Nicaraguan leaf, and just tell our viewers and our listeners, what does a cigar aficionado who's engrossed in a lifestyle like you, what are some of your favorites that you like to partake in?
Absolutely, Chad. Great question. I'm a Maduro guy myself. You know that. We smoke a lot of Maduros together, brother. So
Right.
I'm a Tatuaje guy. Chad, no. Yeah, Tatuaje. Tatuajes are peppery. They got kick. And they really great cigars. I'm a Drew Estate guy. Anything Drew Estate, I smoke. I love a Drew Estate cigar. I'm not so much into the fat bottom Bettys and the sweet ones, but I do smoke them. I'm not going to tell you a story. I smoke them
Me too.
because anybody who asks me about them, I have to be able to tell them. So I smoke.
Right.
I think everything, even the acids. I smoke acids because I need to tell you everything you need to know to help you make the right decision about a cigar. And people around will tell you that I'm pretty much betting 1,000, man, because I won't recommend nothing that you won't like, and if you don't like it, I'll buy it. So
There
yeah,
you go.
so I'm pretty confident in what I recommend to the consumers and to the people that come into the shop who don't really know what they want to smoke. And then if I see you smoking the same thing over and over and over again, I make you expand your palate by trying something new, man. You always got to try something new because you never know where you go. They may not have your brain. They may not have what you like. And so you have to have, as a beginner, you should have about 5, maybe 6 cigars that you go to. And guys like us, we probably got 12 to 20 cigars that we go to because we are real cigar smokers. So
Right.
expand your palate, man. Don't get stuck on one brand. Don't get stuck on smoking Zenos every day because they can be very expensive. And I've smoked some cigars that's $12 that I would smoke over a Zeno any day. No
Real talk.
shade to
That's real
anybody
talk.
affiliated with Davidoff or Zeno, no
Yeah.
shade. But I'm just not. Every time I smoke, I'm just not gonna pay $40. And that's just
Right.
how it goes with me.
Right.
And I'm not gonna say it's not affordable for me, but it's just something that I don't want to do. I'd rather buy 3 or 4 $10 sticks rather than buy one $50 stick. So
Right.
that's just how I go because I'm a cigar smoker. I'm probably 2 a day. So
Right.
so 2 a day is gonna be, it's gonna be more bang for my buck than spending $50 on one stick. And I'm gonna smoke that up in probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I'm gonna look for something else. So yeah,
Right.
definitely good question, Chad. But yeah, to answer that question fully, I'm with I love Tatuaje. I love Drew Estate. I am a Perdermo guy. Actually
Mm-hmm.
smoking a Perdermo right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm smoking now, Perdermo. Shout out to Perdermo. I'm a guy that has a wide palate, brother. My palate is very, very I would say very wide range. I have a range of cigars that I smoke. I'm just not into sticking to one thing, but yeah, I love them all, man. I mean, I'll try anything, and if it doesn't hit my palate, it doesn't hit my palate. And if it's too light, I just smoke it when I'm drinking coffee. So it works out for me everywhere because I got a wide palate, man. I've been doing it for a while.
Well, if y'all didn't realize that Harper's, you hear him speak, you realize he's an expert. So you see
Oh,
the
look who
pretty
it
little girl
is.
just
Oh,
came
look
in
who
here.
it is. The
Hello,
pretty girl came back.
motherfuckers.
But yeah, so be sure to reach out to Harper if you got any questions and things like that about concerning the cigar or the cigar industry. He's a great guy to know.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for having me. Shout out to Churchill. Shout out to the good brothers, man. Hey, we here.
There you go.
So come in, smoke with us, man. Come in, smoke with us. Have some fun. I'll be on the ones and twos as always. I do that too. So
See,
like I
they
said
don't
earlier,
know about DJ Harper yet.
yeah, they don't know
DJ
about DJ
Harper.
Harpo yet.
Wait, I ain't even see that nigga on here. Hey, Hart.
What's up, baby? That's what I do. That's what I do, man. I do it all. I try to put my hands in everything, man. So whatever it takes to make you have a great experience here at Churchill, we all for it. I'm all for it. So I take requests, but not too many. Don't do too much because we have a groove here. So you got to fit in the groove, or you just got to turn your AirPods on or something, man. But we in here, man. We do our
Right.
thing.
Right. I appreciate you, Harper, as always, brother.
Absolutely, man. Love y'all, brothers. Y'all be good.
Man, love you too, man. Thank you, my brother.
Later.
Yep.
Good to hear from old Harper, and Harper do a good job, man. People don't realize this that I've known Harp since he was in high school when I was working for who was I working for at the time? I think I was working for the governor at the time. And we were Harp mentors, me and Neil. We were mentors
You
in the
mentioned that.
classroom. So
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
Been on him
That's
for
good
years,
stuff.
man. I see this brother come up and doing great things, and I'm looking so much further down the road at all the great things
Right.
he have to come.
Right.
Great dude, great dude. But
Always.
Chad, carry on the podcast. You were telling me a minute ago about some legislation that came down for Jackson State as far as the stadium. I didn't even know. Mind you, that I'm a registered lobbyist. I was up there, and I didn't even pay. See that? He said to get out of committee, and I wasn't sitting in that committee, so I wouldn't even know it. So
Everything that's related to Jackson State, and if you go back and look at his public record, everything that's related to Jackson State, for the most part, for at least the last 5 years, have been rejected. But now I don't understand how the PWIs in the state get allocated money to do some of the stuff they want to do. But then watch this though, Preston. A lot of legislatures who are a lot of legislators who not even from the metro area are crafting bills to take money away from the city of Jackson.
Yeah, I saw that. Where the water plant, they want to make that a regional thing and make the state take it over with a board that the governor, lieutenant governor. I don't see that. Hopefully, I don't see that pass.
But wait a minute, they trying to control the 1% sales tax money.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how?
Yeah.
Like how? Really? Like I said on Twitter, my tweets like, go ahead and admit it, y'all. The governor's office, y'all want to make Madison new state capital or what? I said it.
Right.
You inbox me, DM me.
Right.
Come on, talk to us. Because what's your agenda? Come on now.
You're right about that. It's no denying that. No denying that at all. I mean that I wish I was more involved in that. To actually see the inner workings of it, and maybe some level can participate and help. But there's no reason that some of these things that the city of Jackson University need to be done shouldn't be done. I think it requires a plan. That's why I don't know what the plan was from the beginning. So if I knew what the plan was, I probably could better speak on it. But the CDC's constantly not getting out of committee. You got to address that. There's something that need to be addressed there.
Right.
Because no matter how you like it, this is your capital city. I don't care where you live at. This is your capital city. In fact, this is what represents you to the rest of the United States.
Exactly.
So you're not, I don't know if it's something you think you're hurting because Jackson is a majority black city, but you're hurting the state of Mississippi itself. So it doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well, our time has come, so what we need you all to do is, especially when it comes to issues of our capital city, issues for just things related to legislation going forward, we need you to get out, stay informed, and vote, especially these state races, because those are the ones who are going to vote for bills and get them out of committee. We got to stand up, get out, and vote. Okay? Get up, stand down, and vote.
Is a hopeless people. We have to get involved. I saw this thing. You remember when Stacey Abrams was running for governor over there in Georgia this last round of elections? You had a lot of people talking about, our votes don't matter, so we're not going to vote. It does not work like that. We appreciate everybody too. The Good Brothers podcast today. We had Harper on talking about everything going on in Churchill and sharing some of his expertise. Usually me and Brother Tag get on and we let you know what we're smoking. The only reason we didn't mention it today, of course, we always got our Bullet Ride. Today we're smoking Cubans. We don't sell them here at the shop because you can't retail a Cuban, but we had a friend of ours come from out of the country and he brought us a few Cubans and we decided to smoke them up today, pre-Super Bowl smoke. But we ask everybody to remember to like, subscribe. We appreciate you looking at the Good Brothers podcast. And if you have any idea, want to come join us, or you want to have a discussion about anything, about lifestyle, politics, entertainment, sports, that's what we're here for. So thanks again for listening to the Good Brothers podcast.